Hey, what's up, guys? I'm gonna do an unboxing of. I know I'm late with this Kodak Zi8. It's basically last year's model, but you know what? I got it last week. Got it at a good deal for like $100, so it was basically $80 off. So I couldn't resist it, and I had to get it. So it shoots full HD 1080p, which is definitely something that I've been looking to upgrade. I have an old flip. Yeah. So yeah, this guy right here. This is like 2008, I think I got it. So very obsolete. This only shoots standard definition, 640 by 480. So definitely a bigger upgrade for this. One of the main selling points for me with this camera, though, was this mic input jack, which a lot of pocket cameras don't have, besides the Vado one. The newer version of the Flip has like a flip port on the bottom, which you can attach different mics, but with those mics, they're like $100. So I guess like over time next year that they're gonna be like less expensive mics. But with the mic with the Kodak Zi8, you can put basically this mic. I have this old karaoke mic, or I have like this old PC mic. I saw there's cheap like lavaliers for like $20, like on Olympus or Audio Technica. Here it is. I ordered it in black, but it shows this in like a raspberry red. Here's the box. Here's the specs. Let's get to it. Alright. So here it is. Oh, it also shoots 5 megapixel stills, which I heard was very crappy in low light. So you basically have to shoot it, outside in daylight. I also read and mixed reviews. Like some people said it's crappy, others say, oh, it's the best camera. But if I end up being unhappy with this, I'll definitely return it. So I'm gonna be testing it out for the next few days. So here is the camera. It has protective covering. Just peel this LCD cover off. Which actually, if I end up keeping it, I'll probably put it back on. It's very fingerprint prone, so I like the design of it. It's like a cell phone. I've seen like the newer Android phones. It actually looks like this, where the lens is flushed out like this. So if you're like secretly taping somebody, then you can just point this at them and pretend you're like texting on this. But I also heard complaints about the red light over here, so you can basically just put black tape over it. But also make sure that you don't tape over the mic. The mic is right next to it. So let's put that aside and see what else comes in the box. Okay, so this is the battery. It's KLIC 7004, which I read can hold up to, it can record about an hour, 30 minutes. But if you want to buy a backup battery, that same backup battery from Kodak, it's like $20. I've seen on Amazon there's a deal for like, you can buy 2 batteries for $7, and the person who has it says that it has more juice than this battery. So I'm definitely going to be looking into that if I decide to keep the camera. Let's see what else. This is the battery prong, the battery brick, power brick. This is kind of weird. I never seen this before. I guess they have international plugs. I guess that's why they designed it this way. Let's see, let's put that in. There you go. I wish that these prongs would like slip in and slip out. Like I have this iPod power brick, so I wish that it would do like to be like that, so that when I'm traveling, this won't break. Cause I definitely travel with a lot of stuff. So, and here is the power cord by USB. I can put this through here, and then you can basically charge up your battery. I also read that you can actually power up the camera without the battery. So if you're recording like a web show for like an hour, you don't have to worry about the battery draining out. So, or you can get like maybe like a USB charger if you're outside on location. So definitely another great selling point for me with this. What else? This is an HDMI cable, wrist strap, and this is the AV plug, which I have too many. This actually looks a lot smaller than the usual AV input. And this is the instruction manual, which I rarely read, but I'll probably read it just to see the different functions of the camera. I mean, basically what I've seen on reviews on YouTube and Vimeo, whatever, and what I've read, it's basically easy to use. So let's take a look around the camera. Here's your lens and the LED light and the mic, which is mono. And here's the mic input jack. Here's the HDMI and TV output. There's the plug. You can plug in for the power. The wrist strap, the tripod mount. Here's the power up. SD cards. You can put SD card in here. Another great selling point for me, because with the Flip or the Bloggy, you basically have 4 gigs of storage, which is like, or 8 gigs, which is like 2 hours. So say if you're outside all day and you basically have those 2 hours to film, and with this you can get like a 32 gig, 16 gig, and you're good to go for hours. So, and here's the USB flip out arm, which I've read if you connect it to a PC you can access the editing software, which I heard was crappy. But the flip out arm's it's made out of like rubber. It's very flimsy, like compared to the Flip. It's just basically held in by plastic, so I wouldn't recommend you having this hang out of your computer. I've read that some people with Windows, they had hard time playing it and editing it, but I have Windows 7 and I can play MOV files through Media Player. I also have Premiere Elements, which can read MOV files, so I should be good to go with editing videos on this. And also this has a macro function up here. You have like a flower for macro and then landscape. So with the macro you can basically get real close, like say if you want to get close up of the text or a flower or something, then you can use this macro function. So alright, so let's put the battery in and see what firmware this came in. The latest firmware is like 1.06, so I should be good to go. I've read like reviews like firmware below that, like there's like blue streaks and the audio quality was bad, but they said like with the latest firmware it's all good. You don't have any blue streaks and whatnot. So let's turn this on. So you are greeted with the different quality settings you want: the 1080, 720, 60 frames per second, 720, 30 frames per second. VGA and also stills. Let's see, and here the different buttons. This is the setting, the trash. When you move around, this is like a joystick. It's not like a click wheel or spin wheel that you're used to if you have like an iPod or something like that. And this is like to access the different quality, and this is the playback. So let's look at the settings. This is a date, NTSC or PAL if you're overseas, screen brightness, the volume. This is the mic level. You want to be at least by the yellow bar when you're recording in the mic level. Image stabilization, which I've read can drain out the battery very quickly, so I definitely will turn it off and put it on tripod. But if I'm walking, then I'll definitely have this on. This is face detection. It's a very cool function. You can format your SD card and the info. And this does have the latest firmware on it, so I should be good to go, and the quality should be good. So this is the Kodak Zi8, and I'll definitely be putting it through its paces, testing it out in different lighting situations, testing out the audio as well, and see if I want to keep it or not. If not, then I'll probably go with the Vado HD, because the Vado is the only other pocket camera that has the mic input. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll definitely be recording a follow-up video to this Kodak Zi8. Happy holidays, guys. Bye-bye. Okay, after initial testing, I'm gonna send it back. You can see the blue or at least streaks. I can see it over here and here. It's very grainy in fluorescent lighting, which is probably in most situations you'll be filming in. But let's see how it is in tungsten lighting. I can't really tell on this LCD screen. I have to bring it into the computer if I could see the grain and the streaks. So yeah, I'm gonna send this back because it's really bad quality.